I'm a Michigan constitutional crusader, rising up when the world goes cold. No badge can bring me, no chains can take me. Truth in my veins, a fire and bold. Fire and bold.
This is Michigan Constitutional Crusader. We're out here to St. Clair County Animal Control with Pam Cam, and welcome to This World Media. So that's why we're here.
All right. Skeptical.
You mind if I open this?
Nope.
Does he have a leash, you said?
He's got a lead attached. You can have the blanket too.
Hey. Hey. Come here. Come here. Stop it. Ow! Son of a bitch!
You alright?
Oh yeah, he got me good. Ooh.
Yep. The problem is I can't push with this one that much.
The door's already open.
The garage door is, yes.
Here, you push the dog back. I'll fold it down, and then you can walk out that way when you get out of the way before you walk out. Okay? You gotta push back.
Yeah, that's kind of a stupid thing.
It's all right. It's all right.
Ish.
Hold on. Got it? Hold up. Hold on, I'm gonna unhook it. Okay. Good boy. Good boy. Oh, that's my dad. Easy. Yeah, good boy. Oh.
There's another one of these in there.
Two on it?
Yeah. They're all the way up. If you go into the garage, that door on the left that goes into animal control. Yeah, we're going to need info. No, they just left.
This is warm out. Ready?
Yeah.
Let me read. Hey! No! What do you want to do? Start pushing?
Yeah.
This is not great.
No, I don't know how we're gonna.
I don't like how close it is to you. I don't like it. He's not pushed away from you, right?
Yeah. Just. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm using my grip. Down. I gotta reach it down.
Did you open a cage while you're in there?
No. Let's get it in the cell. Let's just get it in the cell and get it done.
Hey, there's somebody back there now.
Oh, we're gonna get it, dude. Here, you got better angle. It's hard to lose the shit.
Animal rescue people that do a lot of dog rescue stuff. They came around here asking questions. And Pam Camp over there. We did have to deal with some St. Clair County sheriffs. They didn't like it when I asked, shot any dogs lately?
Yeah.
The
like,
chief's
hey,
like,
don't
hey,
piss
hey,
them off right now. Don't piss them off right now.
I couldn't resist.
So we did see them already, and almost we kind of tipped them off a little bit, but
Well, there's their cat area.
we got a little
Got some fur balls in there.
library.
Oh, they're already freaking out because they saw us out here. I'm going inside. I'm cold. Hello. Nice wood paneling.
Ooh, that's a big cat. That's a big one.
Oh, my orange cat's bigger than that. He's huge.
I like their little setup.
Look at this little cutie. Hi, baby.
Oh, yeah, look at that guy. He's got a funny
Hi,
face.
baby.
Look at that.
Hi. What a pretty kitty. He wants
Yeah, I
attention.
like the little PVC setup. Give me a good idea. I could create my own for probably pretty cheap.
Right?
That was a Boy Scout, Eagle Scout project.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
That's
actually
pretty cool.
just got my first cat. He, a neighbor, I believe it was their cat, and they just like abandoned it basically, and we started feeding him, and then we got him, made him a little house out in front for him to sleep in, which he did for a while, and then he started coming in the doggy door, and I was worried that the dog might not be good with it,
Right.
But they get along just fine, and he's been living with us ever since.
Oh, that's
And
great.
his name's Samson, the hobo cat, but now he's got a home. And yeah, so I'm wanting to get a cat tree type thing, and this gives me an idea that
Yeah.
I can totally make it how I want.
I have like 5 cat trees in my house. 12 cats, so you know.
He does get a lot of cats. But it's my first time. I've always been a dog guy, and I had a dog pass away at the beginning of the year, and I was like, I'm done with animals. As soon as my other dog's gone, we're done. We kind of do YouTube and we travel and stuff, and it's kind of hard when you have pets. But the cat, he's indoor outdoor. You know, he'll come in and he goes outside, goes to the bathroom. He doesn't even use a litter box. He just goes outside, uses the doggy door. We'll see him up on our shed roof, checking things out. And, but there's some foxes. There's a picture of some foxes on a roof that was in our city of Hazel Park, and we're like, oh man, better be careful because that's food for foxes.
Yeah.
Cat, yeah, be careful with those. But yeah.
Cats are pretty good at defending themselves, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have an indoor outdoor cat, and she.
Isn't this one
she
cute,
came close to
Pam?
my side. I tried to
Cutie.
keep her in, and
He wants attention back.
dog,
Hi, baby.
and she likes to lie down.
Yeah, I see them little paws going.
I don't
Yeah.
mind it. So I'm now a cat dad.
Hi, baby.
Instead of
And people
Hi, orange kitty.
right.
I think some of them.
Yeah, you just want lovin's, huh?
And some of them.
Yeah, you want
like
lovin's.
my daughter's cat wouldn't travel well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
You're such a cute kitty.
Yeah, we actually came in the
Yes,
area
you
'cause,
are.
we heard about that terrible story of a family that found a dog and they brought him over here, and a cop tried to take him out of the car and ended up doing something bad.
Oh.
Took him around back or something and put a bullet in him. Yeah, somebody's dog. Are you familiar with that?
Yes.
It was the sheriff's department.
Right, the sheriff. Which
Here we go.
are they
Be
even
careful,
supposed to
buddy.
be
Thank
trying
you.
to take the dogs out of?
That
Or
one
is it
here.
up to
Here,
like
here.
Have a
animal?
good
You do.
day.
Thank you. Come on, buddy. Nelly, this way. Come on.
Yes,
And what including that they have to work
we are not allowed to talk about
and if
anything.
it's supposed to have anything.
I mean, what about like the protocol for something like that? Like, is it supposed to be a animal control official or just the sheriff's? Sheriff.
I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you anything.
Yeah, 'cause we heard that story and saddened us big time because that was somebody's family dog, I think. Unfortunately. Hello.
I'm Officer Walsh. How can I help you?
Yeah, I was wondering what the protocol, if I were to bring a dog here that I found that was very friendly, got into the car with us, and we wanted to take them over here so that way we could find their owners, because it was clearly lost. And what would be the protocol for that?
If we're open, we would grab the dog from you.
Okay, and then if it's not open, then what?
Any responding agency. So If it's in St. Clair County, the St. Clair County Sheriff's Office. If it's in Port Huron City, it'd be the Port Huron Police Department.
And would they send somebody that's like trained to deal with animals?
Any officer that responds to the call.
So it could be anybody.
It could be anybody.
Right. So, and an aggressive cop, let's say, that could, you know, maybe agitate an animal to responding negatively toward them. Would that be means to go ahead and take them out back and shoot them in the head?
I can't speak to that. You'd have to talk with the Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
How many animals do you guys currently have up for adoption?
I couldn't give you an exact count without looking in the system.
Roughly.
Probably maybe 10 dogs. We have more than that, but they're not quite available for adoption yet. They have to see the veterinarian. And then if they're not spayed or neutered yet, we place them on what can be fostered to adopt. So if somebody's like really interested in an animal, but they're not spayed or neutered yet, they can take them home and foster them, and then they can bring them back for their surgery.
Okay.
So that kind of opens it up a little more so that they're not waiting here so long.
All right.
But I think we have about 10 dogs that are actually like spayed and neutered and like fully ready to go.
Okay.
And I think we have more than that in cats. I think there's
14.
Yeah, 14 that are fully ready to go, that are spayed, neutered, microchipped,
Okay.
vaccinated.
This one's
the whole thing.
adorable. If I didn't already have 12 at home, I'd probably take them home.
How much does it cost to have like our new cat, have him all done up, neutered and shot?
So we don't do it for the public here. We usually recommend Snap on Fredmore Highway. They're pretty good. Or your veterinarian if you have one. They're just the most cost-effective option that's close.
Okay.
You could also do All About Animals in Flint or Warren. They're also
Okay.
pretty
I
cost-effective.
use All About
Warren's
Animals.
close
It's $40
by us,
bucks.
so,
Yeah. Oh, you guys aren't from around
No,
here?
I'm not from this area. I'm like more Metro Detroit.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, those are the most cost-effective options. Like if you're doing multiple, like you said, with cats. Otherwise, your normal
Okay.
vet is pretty good too. If
Check
it's
out
dogs
your
specifically.
pet supply stores.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll have a mobile vet come.
Yeah, Tractor
And you can
Supply. That's
schedule.
what I was just gonna mention. Is Tractor Supply does a mobile vet clinic where they can do shots and microchips and things like
Okay,
that.
cool. Thanks for the information.
Of course. Do you guys have any other questions for me? No. Okay.
No.
We're good.
I like the wood paneling in here.
Thank you. It's very old.
It is nice.
One of our animal control officers actually installed it many
Oh,
years
really?
ago.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
of that
It makes
cabin
it
feel, you know?
cozy.
Yeah, yeah, the
Yeah.
cats love it.
Oh
They,
yeah,
they
I
have
bet.
it in the adoption room there, and then the rest of the cats in the building have just normal kennels. But
How often do you guys get orange cats?
you know, more than a lot of places, I would say,
Really?
because we accept sick and injured stray cats.
Okay.
So we aren't just like the Humane Society where they can say like, no, we're not taking it if
Right.
it's
If
not
it's
an
too-
owner surrender.
Okay.
We take them even if they're sick or injured. So
Okay.
if somebody finds a cat outside that needs help, we take them.
Excellent.
So we end up actually getting quite a few orange cats, and everybody's always like, well, there's always more male orange cats than females. We get a lot of female orange cats.
Okay.
We really do. I would say maybe 1 or 2 per month.
Okay.
So quite a few. If
I
you
have
ever
2 of those.
Okay, male or female?
Both male.
Oh, okay.
Now, is there any difference what's the difference with the orange cat?
They're a little quirky.
Yeah.
They're-
We like to say that all orange cats share the same brain cell. It
Yeah,
just
yeah,
depends who
yeah.
has it that day.
They drool and stuff.
Yeah, it just depends who has the brain cell that day.
Yep.
And some of them are really, really smart, but a lot of them are just goofy and they're quirky and they're
Okay, cool.
silly and they don't.
I have a
they-
full-grown orange one and then a kitten orange one that we just rescued off the side of the road.
Okay.
And they play all the time. It's
Oh,
hilarious.
And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
Metro Detroit area too?
I'm out by Lansing, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, long drive. Long
Yeah.
drive.
Yeah, we do.
About 2 hours.
Yeah, we take some stuff to Lansing sometimes at like MSU's clinic and things
Right.
like that. So
No, we just like to check out all the anything publicly funded and stuff like that, and
absolutely.
meet the people, see stuff. And this one was kind of special because we're the dog lovers, and we're just trying to figure out what was going on, so we'll have to go take a visit.
Are you guys with a specific agency or just
Oh,
dog lovers?
No, just independent journalists.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, I'm kind of the designee director right now. Our director is currently out of the office, but her name's Director Miller. She's great. I'm sure she would have loved to speak with you. She's just not available.
Sure. And I'm sure you guys probably don't agree with what happened out there, and I'm sure you can't say nothing because of legal reasons or whatever. But nobody wants to see that happen, I'm sure.
Of course, and it's a hard situation for the community. You know, and it's a hard situation for us too, because there's a lot of questions that we can't answer, and there's a lot of questions we don't have answers to.
Okay.
You know, if you have further questions, you could try to reach out to the sheriff's department. I don't know if they're making any comments.
Okay.
You could also try to reach out to like our county administrator. He's really good.
Okay.
I don't know what kind of comments he's making right now, or if he even knows like the information that you'd be requesting. But he's pretty good. And I know that they were going to be addressing some things at the Board of Commissioners meeting. I don't know if you guys heard about that.
When is that going to take place?
It's on Thursday night. It streams live on YouTube.
Okay.
The commissioners, so it's pretty similar in any county you go. I don't know if you guys have ever been to one.
Oh yeah.
Public comment,
Sure.
All
they'll
over
be
the
able
state.
to speak, and then the
Okay.
commissioners
And this will be the
able
first
to
time
respond.
this will be able to be spoken about because there hasn't been any meetings? Or
Um,
specifically for that?
I don't think it's specifically for that.
Okay.
It happens once per month.
Okay.
And I think this is just the first
Sure.
meeting since that's
Okay.
occurred.
Excellent.
So I know that there's going to be a lot of citizens speaking. I know
Sure.
that there's a couple of animal advocate groups that are speaking. So, even if you're not going to be in the area,
Right.
it might be something you want to watch.
No, I definitely
and
will.
just
I
hear what
definitely
they
will.
have to say.
Yes.
Is that like St. Clair County website?
Yeah,
They have
so it should be linked on stclaircounty.org, which is the whole county's website.
Okay.
If it's not on there, if you just go on YouTube and look at St. Clair County IT, they put the live link up, so as soon as it goes live, you can like turn on the notifications
Sure.
so you get notified.
Right.
That's how I'm going to be watching it, because I'm going to be at home.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'll be watching it from
She'll
home.
be at work, but I'll definitely tune in.
Yeah, I usually
screen
watch
record
it
it.
from home.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
will.
even if you don't catch the whole thing, if
Sure.
you're like making dinner or whatever, sometimes it's nice to just know what's going on in our communities, even
Exactly.
if there's nothing crazy going on.
100%.
So
You know?
that's how I watch them.
Yeah, I've been going around the state to all the areas where they're trying to put in those stupid data centers
Oh yeah.
and recording
yeah,
at
I've
those
heard.
city halls and those township halls, and
Right.
Yeah.
stuff's getting crazy.
Especially in Michigan with our beautiful country, you don't want to spoil it with things that might,
And we always try to encourage discussion. Like, there's a lot of outrage, and a lot of strong feelings and opinions, and we totally understand. But we always try to encourage productive discussion.
Sure.
So,
Right.
respectful,
when would this
You won't get
productive.
anywhere without it.
Absolutely. Because if you go in, guns blazing, yelling, screaming, they're not going to listen to
Right.
you. At least if you go in calm and approach
Yes.
the situation like we're talking right now,
Exactly.
they might actually at least listen to you.
Well, I mean, if you got the facts to back up the yelling and screaming you're doing, then it's a little helpful.
Greater.
Yeah, government usually doesn't like to hear bad things that they do.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really hard, and I know that there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. And I might never know all the pieces, but
Well, let's hope they're very transparent and there's a good investigation, and
That's how
maybe
we
I'll do
like
some
to
FOIA
be.
requests.
Yeah, and that's how we like to be here. We like to be transparent with the public. I don't know if you guys follow us on our Facebook page, but we try to be as transparent as possible.
I believe I may have since the incident I may have followed it.
Okay.
Because I did see the video of maybe it was Detroit Dog Rescue or something.
Oh, the body camera footage.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's what I.
Yeah, that they shared that. We did not. We never had access.
Or maybe
to
no,
it.
the one I saw was just
I
her
believe
coming in and confronting the cop. I think.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't see the other one yet, the body
Yeah.
cam. Okay, I want to see the
The
body
body
cam.
camera footage, I will warn you guys, it is pretty graphic. I did watch it. A lot of people that have asked if I would recommend them watching it, I've told them not to.
Right.
It's pretty graphic.
Sure.
It's not something that citizens usually
I
see
definitely
every
have
day.
to blur anything out because YouTube, they don't want to see that
Where
stuff either.
where can that be found?
I know that if you go, I don't know if it's online anywhere, but if you go specifically on Facebook, I know the Sheriff's Department had shared it. I haven't been on it recently to know if it's still available.
Okay.
There was also a journalist
Well, we
that
could
shared
FOIA
it.
request it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
after
I
somebody's
think
already
Channel
put it
7
out,
shared it.
anybody
Yeah,
can go
Paul
get it.
Mueller, that's his name. Paul
Oh,
Mueller
Paul
had
Mueller?
shared it,
Okay.
I believe, on his Facebook page as well.
Okay.
I believe it captures pretty much the whole incident. But I know that it was shared quite a bit and quite a few people.
So it
Shocking.
sounds like the department as a whole is getting out in front of it right off the bat, being transparent. So that's a good thing.
We are, but we weren't involved.
No, I mean the sheriff's department, not the
Yeah.
animal control.
She
Yeah.
is with the sheriff's department, right?
No, we're
No, you're not.
completely separate. So
Okay.
animal control is under county administration. We used to be under the sheriff's department. The county took that back over in 2018, I
Okay.
think, which would have been right before I started.
All right.
So we're two completely separate
Okay,
agencies. The only time we usually work together is like if they go to a call and they're like, we don't really
Right.
know what we're doing, then they'll call us in.
Which is what they should do.
Right, and or like if we have a situation where we need a warrant, we'll ask them to assist us with that because we don't have the capability to do that
Sure.
ourselves.
Right.
But other than that, other than working together, on a few occasions,
Sure,
we're not
uh,
together.
Dog abuse, bad conditions, stuff
Right,
like that.
right, things like that, absolutely. But other than that, our departments aren't at all
Okay.
linked to one another. And
I
we
know
work
in-
like that with pretty much all of the police departments in St. Clair County.
Okay.
Port Huron Police Department has their own animal control officer, but we work really well with him, and we work really well with the Port Huron Police Department. Same thing with like Marine City and all of those
Yeah, we were
little
just there.
independent police departments. We do the same with them.
Right.
So
Excellent. Well, I
I know in-
appreciate the help. And,
yeah, of course.
Yeah, having a conversation.
Like I said, we try to be as transparent as possible. If there's ever anything that we either don't know or can't talk about, we'll just tell you we don't
Sure.
know or we can't talk about.
Exactly.
But we're not here to hide anything. All
No,
of
we'll
us are
definitely
here
do some
because
digging. We'll
we
do
love
some
the
FOIA
animals.
requests. Yeah.
Yeah, we wouldn't do this job if we didn't love the animals.
yeah.
It's a
Right.
hard job to do. So, and I respect that you guys have a job or a hobby or a
Sure.
passion for what you do
And
as
a lot of
well.
our viewers are huge animal fans. dog
Oh, I'm
fans.
sure.
Anytime I'm like, let's say I'm going downtown and I'm recording the downtown district, anytime there's a dog that walks by or anything, I'm focused on him.
Yeah,
I don't care about who's walking it. Let me see your dog.
Right. And there's so many good pets, and 75% of our homes in St. Clair County have pets, either cat, dog, pocket pet,
Sure,
which is your
because it's more
gerbil,
rural.
or
Right.
yeah. Everybody likes animals. In
I
one
hate
way
the
or
stigma
another.
about pit bulls.
Yes, us too.
That drives me crazy because pit bulls are awesome
They're
animals.
the best babies.
I
Absolutely.
always tell people I like the blocky-headed, big,
Right.
muscular American bulldog.
We had a boxer.
Pit bulls.
uh,
Okay, yeah.
And it was actually a Boston Terrier boxer. Boston
Oh,
boxer.
wow.
And she was awesome, yeah.
Best
She was
dog.
really cool. Probably one of my best dogs. Probably the best dog I've ever owned.
Yeah, we've had a few boxers in here over the years that have been really, really great dogs. But I really like the bully breeds. Those are probably my favorite.
I'd have to agree. And I've had shepherds. I've had all types of dogs. Samoyeds, Afghans.
Right.
I've had quite a.
We
quite
had
a
an
few.
Afghan in here once. They're very aloof.
They are. They're very aloof.
Yes.
That's a good word for
yes.
it.
Have
They
you ever
like
had
to
an
do-
Irish wolfhound in here?
No, we've had an Irish wolf dog mix, but it definitely did not look like an Irish wolfhound. It was
They stand
definitely-
about
Yeah.
this tall.
I've seen one in person, and I wasn't working. I was off duty.
Beautiful
and I
animals,
saw
aren't
one.
they?
Yeah, very big dog. I was
Yep.
at a parade
I
with
don't know
my
if I've seen
family.
one.
It's like a Great Dane, but fluffy.
Right?
Yeah, it's got that like almost like Scottish Terrier kind of wiry hair.
Wiry hair. That's what I
and
think I
it's
remember.
very tall.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, the last dogs I had were German Shorthair Pointer and Lab Mix,
Okay.
and I got them from Silver Lake Rescue out in Howell.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
And I wanted just the chocolate lab originally,
Okay.
but then they said there was a whole line of people, and I'm like, well, I'll take both of them because they were litter mates.
Right.
And they're like, oh, you can have them.
Yeah.
And my chocolate lab, she lived to 18.
Wow, that's a really good
Yeah.
long life.
And
I was just thinking that. love it.
Yeah.
It's just falling apart.
My dogs used to like to climb the ladder when I'd clean the gutters. They'd be up on the roof with me.
Oh, wow.
They loved going to the park and climbing up the ladder and sliding down the slides.
Wow.
And they taught themselves that. I didn't do it.
That's so funny.
Yep.
So you guys all have, you said you have cats and some dogs.
I told her we just got a cat that,
Started coming in our doggy door.
well, we started feeding him because it was our neighbors and they just let him, like,
He
wouldn't feed him.
He came in our backyard, and we have a dog, and so we started feeding him in the front, so he would not go in the back. Because if my dog
Right.
kills him, I'm gonna feel bad.
Right.
And then he just started coming in the doggy door.
Well, we got him a little house. We built a little house for him, our daughter, and he was sleeping out there. And then it was starting to get real cold. And they shaved him before
Oh, no.
they just left. And then they're like never there. And so he started sleeping there. And then he came to the doggy door and came in. And I'm like, oh my God, my dog's gonna eat you. So I picked him up, and our dog was cool with him, didn't really care, and now he lives in our house, and every morning he sleeps in my
comes and
computer
goes.
chair.
No.
Yep. Every time I wake up, he's like my dog that boxer that just passed away. I swear he's a reincarnation of.
What
her.
did you say he was?
He is a cat.
He's a white and gray cat. He maybe a coon mix.
Oh, okay.
He's got the
Some kind of longer
the long
hair.
tufts.
very long, and the tips of his ears. And
Okay.
So he's starting to grow back and stuff. But yeah, he follows me around the house like my dog used to do. If I go out back working, he comes out back. He goes outside to go to the bathroom. Don't need a litter box, and he
he
kind
lives
of
in our fire pit.
Oh, my God.
yeah. It's fun. But yeah, so now I'm a cat dad. I never had a cat before.
We don't have any.
Well, I'm glad that you got
You're
to
gonna get
experience
hooked.
it at least
I do. I love him already.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your guys' name.
I'm Ian.
Ian.
I'm Matt.
Matt.
Pam.
Pam. Nice to meet
It
you.
was
Nice to meet you too.
Of course, if
All
you have
right.
any other questions, you can let me know.
Alrighty.
Like I said, I don't know how much I'll be able to give you. but
Right. No,
we're
we'll,
always-
we'll continue on with our investigation in other places.
Yeah, and I can always answer, like
If we have any questions,
hypothetical
sure.
policy questions.
Sure.
So if you're curious, like
No,
what
you
the policy is.
you pretty much told me the deal.
Okay. Yeah, perfect.
Alrighty. You have a good
Awesome.
day.
Thanks, you guys too.
Yep.
Good luck.
Have a good one.
You too.
Squeak for service. Look at that.
Where did you get it?
We got that one from Dollar General. Somebody donated it to us. They found it and thought our dogs would like it.
That's
and,
awesome.
The group of dogs we had at that time were scared of it. So,
Oh, I want it.
We may need to go find one.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to find him.
That's funny. All right, so animal control did good.